Hello everyone, my name is Aharon Aboudi. My grand and great-grandchildren call me Grandpa Aharon. I believe that the UN Secretary General Anthony Guterres was right when he said the October 7 massacre didn't happen in a vacuum. True, there was no vacuum. I have few facts about what filled the vacuum. Important facts that you can check with Google or with any other information track. This could help young people, students, and fighters for liberty and freedom in Europe, the USA, and everywhere else to expand their knowledge of the Middle East and to decide whether to demonstrate for or against Israel or for or against Palestinian. We will start with UN Resolution 181 from the year 1947. 1. הפרת החלטת האו"ם לחלוקת הארץ.
1. Violating the UN partition resolution. Division of the land between its Arabs and its Jews.
ב-1947, 29 לנובמבר, עם החלטת האימפריה הבריטית על ההתנתקות וסיום המנדט, הסמכות הועברה לאו"ם שהחליטה על חלוקת הארץ, בין תושבי היהודים ובין תושבי הערבים.
The Palestinians and the Arab countries defied the resolution on partitioning the country and declared a war of extermination against the Jews there.
באותה תקופה, בתחנות הרדיו הערביות נוגן השיר חלו סייף יגול, תנו לחרב לדבר, ושירים נוספים כמו اذبح اذبح كل الصهيونية ولا تخلي بقلبك حنية, לשחוט את כל הציונים ואל תשאיר בלבך רחמים.
The newborn state of Israel repelled the Arab armies and the armed Palestinians. Israel defended its citizens. The Palestinians and Arab countries that defied the UN decision and launched the war created two groups of refugees: eternal refugees without precedent, Jewish refugees from Arab countries in Israel. Jewish refugees whom the Arab countries persecuted in revenge because the Arabs started and lost a war for which they still refuse responsibility.
2. פליטים פלסטינאים ופליטים יהודים.
2. Palestinian refugees and Jewish refugees. This is how the Jews of Arab countries came to Israel after the War of Independence, as penniless refugees after persecution, harassment, murders, and public executions. They numbered more than the Palestinian refugees. Moreover, the private and community property abandoned, nationalized, or stolen from Jews was more valuable many times over than what the Palestinians lost. In its first years of independence, Israel built 200 tent camps to help Jewish refugees from Arab countries to restart their lives, with no support from any UN or UNRWA.
3. ועידת חרטום.
3. The Khartoum Summit. No, no, no. In 1967, the leaders of Arab states organized a summit in Khartoum and declared 3 decisions to perpetuate the acts of hostility that they had started against Israel as soon as the state was founded. 1. No recognition of Israel. 2. No negotiation with Israel. 3. No peace with Israel. Following the Arab leaders' decisions at Khartoum, hostile operations continued, mounted by the Fedayeen, organized messianic suicide attackers who crossed the border at night to murder Jews despite a ceasefire agreement signed by both sides.
This is something that must be realized by people in the world, and unless they realize that, there is no understanding of the entire situation. This Our quarrel with the Arabs is not a quarrel for a piece of land. It's not for territory. It's not for anything concrete. They just refuse to believe that we have the right to exist at all.
4. מלחמה ושלום.
4. War and peace. Peace agreements with several Arab states. Israel, despite its constant search for peace and security, has fought 10 wars on various scales and arrived at peace agreements with some of the Arab states who preferred not to remain hostage to decisions made by leaders of Arab countries from generations ago. They saw that Israel does not threaten their countries or their regimes, and that there is in fact a common interest in reaching a peace agreement and being good neighbors. The first to sign for peace with Israel was Egypt, and next came Jordan, the United Arab Emirates, Morocco, and in the hopes of Israel, more to follow.
5. האסלאם הקיצוני.
5. Radical Islam. Despite the rivalry between their two strains of Islam, the Shiites of Iran and Sunnis of Hamas share the ambition to destroy the Jews, and so Iran sponsors Hamas. It gives weapons and funds to Hamas, as well as to the Shiites of Hezbollah in Lebanon. Key to a broader understanding of the Middle East is the ambition of radical Islamic groups which are trained from youth to dedicate their lives to Shahada, to killing and dying for Allah, guaranteeing themselves a reward in heaven. Israel is a democratic country inhabited by not only Jews but also Muslims and Christians and Druze and more. They are all Israeli citizens with equal rights, setting their shared hopes on life and progress.
ולסיכום, נסיים עם משפט שאמרה ראש ממשלת ישראל מלפני כמה שנים, הגברת גולדה מאיר.
אם הערבים יניחו את נשקם, לא תהיה יותר מלחמה. אם ישראל תניח את נשקה, לא תהיה יותר ישראל.